Yeah, we got 2 new discard cards this week, and for me, it's really a tale of 2 totally different experiences. Number 1 is Colonel America, which I love. This guy can put out some crazy numbers with this ongoing buff. You discard a card 3, 4, 5 turns throughout a game, and he can give out, you know, +3, +4, +5 across his location. I had a Colonel America at one point that was +6, which is, you know, a 21 power card in total. He's a 3/3 that buffs 6, 6, and 6. That's crazy for a 3-drop. The other side of things are Zombie Power Man, which, you know, I've seen some positive responses to this card. I don't love him. I think he's kind of clunky and awkward. Now, to be fair, he is one of the ways to make the really big Colonel Americas, and it might be hard to get crazy big Colonel Americas without him. But I also think he's really awkward sometimes and just like somewhat clunky to play because, you know, sometimes he's targeting the wrong things on the left-hand side where you don't want to discard these certain things. Like I felt like he was always hitting MODOK for me. It's like, dude, I don't necessarily want to lose my MODOK, right? I even put a Wolverine in here to give me extra targets, but it just didn't seem like Zombie Power Man really did enough. Maybe you just have to have a Corvus Glaive in this deck. That seems to be like a good way to go with these decks often. So maybe cutting the Corvus Glaive hurt me too much, but I don't know. I thought I wanted a nice balance between discarders and like rewarders or things that didn't get punished by too much by Power Man. But on top of that, sometimes it's just hard to win his location. Like sometimes the opponent just hard commits and you can't win, and then it feels like he's kind of wasted. So I don't know. I'm not as sold on this one. Like if you look at his individual card data so far, it looks pretty good. But I think that's just because people are playing him in good discard decks and are just winning anyway, kind of brute forcing through the Zombie Power Man. But the reality is, when you look at the data without Zombie Power Man, all of the discard decks without these 2 new cards are actually performing better. So like right now, if you're running Zombie Power Man and Colonel America, it looks like on average, you're wasting about 3% of your win rate and about 0.1 of your cube rate, which is actually really significant. That's like a 5th or 6th of your cube rate right now, because you're dropping from 0.66 without these cards to 0.53 without them for the 2 most popular decks right now. So in other words, like these make sense. They can totally work. If you play these decks, you're going to win games just because I think discard is good enough that you're just gonna, you know, power through and win games. But you might actually be better off without them right now. I do think Colonel America has a lot of promise. Zombie Power Man to me actually feels more awkward, although my experience might be relatively unique because other people seem to like it more. I don't want to disregard that. I might have just had some bad rolls or play it wrong or whatever. But, you know, for now, I'll just heed a warning. It looks like you're better off without them to some extent. So I would definitely keep an eye on Colonel America because I think there could definitely be a moment in the future where he hits the right spot and it's just like, dude, he can pump out numbers. Power Man maybe too increases that consistency. I think this could also be good in Agatha deck, so this is not necessarily the only place you want to play this, but at least in the discard shell, they're fine, I think. Just maybe not the best results yet. So I don't know. Watch this video and see what you think. I guess you can kind of see for yourself what I mean with some of these awkward moments and some of the crazy power output from Colonel America, and just kind of judge for yourself where you think all of this lands. I would just proceed with caution with these cards. Ayo, turn 2 Zombie Power Man left would be pretty dang sweet, actually, yeah. Well, I mean, maybe you put him elsewhere, though, because we don't currently have a 3-drop, right? Like, they might be encouraged to go left. It's, like, really hard to beat. We could just put a Blade there next turn, maybe. Dude, I'm going for it, dude. I'm going for it. It's really hard to beat a 2/4 on 2, you know? Like, a lot of decks just don't have that. I guess Domino... But they didn't play Quicksilver, right? So that's less likely. And now that he's like already gained some points, you know, we're even further ahead on it. Oh my God, Wolverine's an insane hit. Scorn's an insane hit. Wolverine, go left. Wolverine, go left. We never lose at 9, though. There's literally not, like, I don't think there's a single 3-drop that beats that, right? Maybe Star Brand, I guess. Wolverine, go left. Oh, Wolverine, you tried. Hercules is scary. Could be, like Tribunal torch stuff, which I don't have any way to disrupt for the record, so that's scary. Khonshu also here a dead turn, unfortunately. Ugh. Got a hold here for the Power Man to make a potential Colonel America top deck way better. It's kind of tough to not hit another discarder, MODOK or Sif right now. Oh, Magic, yeah, leads even more into that Torch Tribunal problem, but at least... Zombie Power Man's still going off. Gotta make 2 giant spots here if you want to beat Tribunal. I guess, I mean, mid's really not the way to do that because Tribunal doesn't care about that. I want to play Colonel America, but I don't really want to get hit by Thunderbolt's tower. But I might need to play Apocalypse and something else next turn, so I don't always have time, you know? It depends on what you drew. If you drew like Morbius, you could wait till next turn, but if you don't draw Morbius, you might not be able to. Sparky. Okay, dude, they are just setting up for later, but still have done like almost nothing in the meantime, man. This Scorn's just getting farmed up. I love it. I guess you can just throw out a Khonshu, right? It doesn't literally do anything right now, though. I mean, maybe you're better off later, but I currently don't actually have a card that has been discarded in an appropriate way. Like, you know, the Scorns and all that stuff returned back to hand. So currently Khonshu is actually kind of dead, but I do want to support Zombie Power Man still, so I guess we go here. Our goal is still ultimately... Boy, this is very terrifying because we just don't know where this torch, like, how big does this torch get on the final turn? I think honestly too big. I think that's the answer. Is Sif Scorn better? It's 11 here. That puts you at 26 plus, you know, whatever. This is actually getting 5 Colonel America, which is insane, by the way. Oh my god, how is that so insane? You go to 26 and some even bigger number. Maybe you actually go like, maybe you go like this to better spread a little bit. I think we lose, right? I think this is just going to be some enormous Human Torch with, like, you know, Iron Fist, Ghost Spider, Sparky, Hercules. It's going to get doubled like 4 or 5 times or something here. I don't think we can do it. But I don't know, we're big enough that I think it's worth a look at least, maybe. 29 and 30 something, 36, yeah. That's big enough that there wasn't a Ghost Spider, number 1, so does that do enough? If it ended up in the Crochet, that could also maybe help, but I think it's gonna end up right, maybe. Let's see what other loops they have here. Strange, yeah, that's another loop, unfortunately. Oh, what is that last card? We still have a Sparky, so we're still getting a lot bigger, but is it enough? What's that last card? Woo! Oh my god, dude. That's all the loops, right? It's like being weird. What's happening? Why is it, oh, Zombie Power Man's just freaking out. Okay. Oh my god, dude. Yes! Whew. 4 points only, which I mean is really kind of like 12, I guess, but you know, they needed 12 more points to win, but still scary. Dude, Colonel America, by the way, +6, +6, +6. Are you kidding me? He's a 21 power card, dude. He's a 321, bro. That is actually nuts. Dude, come on. Zombie Power Man can hit crazy when these hit, dude. Man, that's crazy. All right, although I do want discards as many turns as possible. I don't want to discard a Morbius, that's for sure. If we get a good, particularly the Limbo game here, although, oh, they just got Nico. They may turn off Limbo if they want to. Yeah, maybe we go Blade Wolverine for now. Just play Morbius later. With Limbo in particular, we'd have time. They are turning it off, so may have less time, but still probably have time. This deck has a lot of windows to do stuff. Wolverine, go mid, so we can blow you up again. Mid! No. Oh! He knew all along! That's so sick, actually. Okay. If I go Morbius here, is there any risk? No, Wolverine would be fine, but I may actually roll Wolverine mid and then want to do it again, right? I may want to like play MODOK and get Wolverine to die again. Wolverine's so smart, dude. So smart. I love you, Wolverine. Falcon for the opponent, bouncing a Nico only. That doesn't seem so problematic, does it? What's going right that's getting destroyed? Oh, Hood, sure. Sure, not bouncing it though. Taking the one-time hit. So Wolverine's already at 7, dude. I love Wolverine in a discard deck, by the way. Sad he went left. That was the one spot that really sucked. Zombie Powerman here's chill. Yeah, do we ever do Scorn just to make sure he wins? No, I think it's okay. He might win anyway. It's like a lot of little one drops and stuff. I mean, there is Hood, Demon stuff, I guess. Demon 6, but you could put him left, honestly. I mean, it locks you in, but Morbius is going to scale us quite a bit. So you're like locked in, but you also like the ways this deck usually gets big are like Rocket Raccoon or something, right? So you're already at like 16, 18. They need 13 points already, and it's going to be even more than that, particularly even more with Scorn potentially. I think this is okay. I think we just want to force this, right? Is Khonshu or Scorn gonna be the left? I think Khonshu will be the leftmost card. So if I Modok, I might accidentally though lose my Khonshu, which, oh bro, yeah, the Zombie Powerman would have totally failed, right? Okay, I might lose my Khonshu if I Modok, because I think Khonshu will end up leftmost. Like he'll go to 12. Right now, Khonshu brings back Colonel America, but like I said, he'll be gone. He'll be gone. Cause Scorn, no, I guess, no, Scorn will be leftmost, or no, Colonel America will be, no, Scorn will be leftmost because Scorn's getting hit first and then Khonshu. No, this is fine, right? Scorn's gonna get hit. What am I saying? Scorn's gonna get hit because she's leftmost. No, she's first. Khonshu's next. This is perfect. Colonel America is the card that's getting, his deal. So that's good. They're gonna bounce these for a crazy Hitmonkey left. Is that big enough? Like, is even Demon Hitmonkey big enough though? Doesn't seem like it, right? It's 23. It's 25 points. There's no way it's enough, right? Khonshu just goes here. Colonel goes left to buff Modok a bit more. It's nothing crazy, but it's enough. I mean, no, it's not nothing. It's a 12-point Colonel America. That's insane, right? And then Scorn goes off one more time. It's not unwinnable because they may just abandon left, right? They may decide to go hard mid and right, but with only the one big Hitmonkey, I don't know if they can win both of these. It might not be hard to win the Khonshu location though, right? Like it's already 6 to 12, but there's no reason for me to switch these because it'd be only ever 12 right anyway. I don't know. I got so focused on left that I've like kind of maybe exposed myself a little bit elsewhere too much, but I just needed Power Man to win to set this up, So it's like, what, probably 22 mid or something, right? I don't even know how many turns it's been. 22, I think, at least, maybe more, 20, 21. What did I say? 20, 21 maybe. No, it's 12 and 7's 9. So yeah, 22, 23 maybe. Yeah. Oh, nice. They just don't think they have it. Nice. Okay. Good news. I mean, it's probably like 3 cards at Hitmonkey usually. Maybe they have, maybe there's some Mysterio stuff to juice that a little more, but it looks more like a low-cost bounce deck. Yeah, this is really a pretty perfect game from us, other than maybe like, positioning lockouts weren't ideal, but from like a power output manipulation standpoint, right? Like we're going to have a 16 power Morbius, Colonel America, I don't actually know, but roughly he's going to be 12 power from Khonshu, of course, and he's going to buff like 3 or 4, I think, for Modok. So really big there. Max size Khonshu, like, lined up really nicely, I guess, is what I'm getting at here. And that's why the opponent is obviously very scared. Krakoa? Nothing great in our deck for that, except maybe like Modok, but sometimes by the time you commit that Modok, it's like too late. Maybe a Zombie Power Man over there or something would be cool. One already Hydra Bobbed though, so now Power Man looks worse. I want him elsewhere. Could snap the Bob maybe though. Dude, I feel like my Blade is always it's always trying to discard Sif. I don't know why they always line up together. It's wild. Sif is a good Krakoa target actually, yeah, and good timing too. Jocasta. So obviously end of turn stuff. APOC is big. Feels kind of weird to have the big APOC without the Dracula. I don't know. Wow, Malekith seems insane. Captain America. I mean, Colonel America kind of goes with him, I guess, right? So that's cool, I suppose. It's also wicked buffed. So that's pretty cool. This is just like easily though. It could, I will say like this could be the Invisible Woman or something though, where, you know, and it's also not getting buffed by the other stuff. Could be like a Havoc or something that's missing its window as well. So there are worlds where this kind of backfires. You know, I don't know if it's Athena or a Havoc or whatever. So, you know, it just depends, I guess. Yeah, Zombie Power Man here, not ongoing, but might be interesting because it's going to hit Proxima, assuming we win, which I'm sure we will. I could also have it hit Scorn and then maybe line up the Proxima for next turn, right? You could play like APOC right. I mean, it is worth the same amount of points right now, I guess. But then I could also have it hit Wolverine later too, you know? Maybe this happens and then you... I don't know, I don't feel good about Proxima right here though, or excuse me, APOC wants to go right, and that's gonna have the Proxima with it, which I guess is probably okay. There's quite a bit of power over there. We might need more than just APOC, it seems. So that's fine. Yeah, does mid, I think, oh god, Morbius is also tempting, but I think mid has to hold here, right? The question is, where does Wolverine go, and is that enough to hold like left, for instance? You could snap Bob out. He's gonna be 6'8". Oh no, god, they got Prodigy Jocasta. Oh god. Bob is basically 1,000,000 power, actually. Sunspot is also basically 1,000,000 power. There is 0 chance we win this, right? I think actually APOC kind of has to go left, weirdly. Well, no, I guess they actually have the least amount of power right. Maybe if mid holds... I don't think we want to snap Bob. I think we want him left, and I don't want to risk it either because I think we're going to lose. I think there's a lot of cubes up for stake here. Havoc, Black Cat, Marvel Boy. Okay, that is, again, not a lot of power right or mid. They just really went in on left mostly. I guess the Fantasticar adds a lot to Marvel Boy, actually, though, so never mind. No, that is enough. Any end of turn right's probably enough. I don't think Wolverine gets there on this, right? Because the Fantasticar is just giving this a jillion. Wolverine's only ever going to be 4 power right, so we're already almost there, and I don't think they're close to done yet. This loop's like, it's literally like, I don't know, an insane amount of times, right? Oh, hold up. No! Wolverine, you goon! All you gotta do is go right! Dude, we were actually so close. He's 4 points right. It actually was enough. Oh, that's a heartbreaker, dude. Absolute heartbreaker. I think they way overcommitted here, by the way. I think they vastly underestimated how much buffing this does. Why 57 here? The fact that this was a winnable game, any of these cards could have got, like, they had 27 with just the stuff that was there. I think maybe I dump another 30 here, right? I don't know, man. Yeah, thank God we didn't put APOC left. Like I said, like that was gonna be too much. Snapping Bob also was a risk, as we saw. Yeah, dude. Oh, it literally just came down to 1 and 3, which, you know, to be fair, they got the right outcome. You know, we only had a 33%er. We weren't supposed to win, but it's kind of sad we had a chance and didn't. Devourer of Pixels. I think it'd be cooler if they had pixel art, though, man. Morbius into Sif. Really suck. It actually does kind of suck that we got a 6-drop for our 10 or more, you know. Would have been nice to get a 4-drop so that we could have maybe preserved a hit on Kanju or APOC, although I guess as it stands now, that's irrelevant, huh? Maybe nice now that it doesn't hit a MODOK, actually. Maybe we got bailed out. The game was looking out for us, man. So next turn could be Blade Power Man, but Power Man on the MODOK's a little clunky. Don't really, it's not a key target. You know, I actually kind of included an extra target in this deck with Wolverine, kind of because I just wanted to run a Wolverine. You know, I might even do a Wolverine thumbnail. I haven't decided yet, but kind of want to do an APOC thumbnail too. But Dormammu's huge, yeah. Okay. Destroyer gone. Watch me somehow randomly summon a Kanchu here. Yeah, Blade's still pretty interesting. Do we do this? You lose a MODOK, so what the heck are you doing next turn? I don't know what you're doing next turn. Playing a top deck, but you don't... I guess I do sometimes have extra energy, so I could play a 6-drop, but like I said, if I get Kanchu into Destroyer, boy, you're sad. You're also kind of locking yourself in here a little technically, right? Hopefully not too much yet. Like, you know, you hope. Oh boy, that's a pain. I didn't expect that. That sucks. I guess now we really suck because Power Man's not even gonna hold here. Well, this does mean MODOK is a much better flip, I guess, in a lot of ways. Oh, MODOK just became a really, really great play. Okay, this makes Morbius much better mid. So now you can flip mid. Are they gonna have to play their Dormammu mid? By the way, they put a death there. I guess. Do you have something cheap enough to go with Carnage? Is the question. Maybe for that reason we put MODOK right. Because we think they're going to Dormammu there, and I don't want to have to contest that. Although I might have to contest it anyway, and if I do I have to have Dormammu, or do I have to have MODOK there to have the numbers big enough, right? Because otherwise my numbers may not be big enough. What if I top deck Khonshu, guys? How screwed are we? I don't know. I do think Dormammu's going here, but I don't know. Do I have to go head to head? Because mid is still a little exposed. That's my great fear here. Depends a little bit on maybe where Scorn hits go, where Wolverine rolls. If he goes left, like, you feel like you can make up the difference, but if he goes right, you might feel a little stranded. I guess Swarms can fill in pretty well, but it's just not a lot of raw power, you know? He goes right, okay. I mean, if mid holds, you feel a bit better about that, I suppose. Mid's only got a 7-point lead currently, though. No, 9-point lead's actually pretty solid. Colonel America might actually hold down here. Hold it up, dude. Hold it up. Do we let Swarm hit? It's better for Colonel America if it does. You know, it doesn't help mid because it could help mid with Morbius, but the only way it goes off is if you've already won mid, so I don't think it actually makes a difference mid, right? But maybe for Colonel America, it is worth it because they might just give up mid because they've decided, like, hey, Morbius is out of range. I'm going to try to win, like, left and right. And then maybe we win mid, and as a result, we get a Colonel America buff that wins us left, as otherwise it wouldn't have. They might have just thought left was safe. So hopefully we just have the numbers right here. I don't know. Crazy power dump left, by the way. Dude, crazy. Oh, no! Oh, that's fine though, right? That doesn't matter. That's always fine. That doesn't matter. That can't ever get big enough, right? There was no world where, oh my god, they actually did roll right back in. Are you... Apparently it can't get big enough. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my god. It's literally just Wolverine could have gone anywhere else. Oh, boy, that's annoying. Okay, dude, I have hit Subterranea, I think 3 or 4 times today, dude. I haven't played that many games. I think I'm on like 7 or 8 games. Like I'm on my 3rd or 4th Subterranea. It's starting to feel a bit like featured location day. Can you imagine if they just did... They could do, like, you know, multiple featured location days. Imagine that, dude, where it's like, if they just pick the 3 most annoying locations. It's Subterranea, Lechuguilla, and what else is annoying? I actually always hate Lemuria for some reason. Is Lechuguilla? I feel like I haven't seen Lechuguilla in a while. Did they take that out? Is it still in? Maybe I just avoided enough. I feel like we have that other Vibranium Mines one. Dude, what is his hand, by the way? Like, I have not discarded a single freaking card. I think I just play Proxima, right? Because, yeah, like, it's free off MODOK, but I can just put it where I want now. Dude, this is the worst hand. Crystal for the opponent, by the way, in a rock game, and I'm still just getting more rocks. Like, come on, dude. Human Torch is terrifying. Okay. This is going to be like Tribunal version, right? With Crystal. There's no reason otherwise to have that Crystal, I'm sure, which I don't think we can beat Tribunal version. Zombie Power Man's just worse here, right? I mean, just literally no way to win. Maybe if I top deck Morbius, I could do something with like a couple powerful spots. But even that seems sort of impossible. I'm going to have like 19 plus 2 is 21 left this turn. Something like that. Misery on the Crystal. Oh, that actually just makes my MODOK, well, it doesn't change anything, I guess. It makes a top deck Morbius better. Yeah. That's something, I suppose. I will say they like have not really done much. Oh! Literal genius at work. I think, do I just double stack? I mean, if they go for Tribunal, you definitely want to double stack. But like, if they just play Tribunal, like, they have no points, right? They're at 29. You only need to beat 10, 10, and 10. So that doesn't really matter, right? Maybe we put 1 over here just as a floater, because, like, 17 seems kind of big enough anyway, and then like Scorn's the best support there. Because Tribunal just never beats us because they just haven't done anything. They must have just gotten a lot of rocks, even with the Crystal. I'm more worried about, well, I don't even know. Like Ghost Spider and like Iron Fist, those are gone. Aranya could have like, you know, I don't know, maybe could have like a dagger or something, but that doesn't seem that good either. I just don't know. What could this be? A second torch. Oh, crap. That's pretty big. Doctor Strange. Oh, Misery's the highest power card, so it doesn't do anything. Oh, it would have been fine anyway, though. Either way, like we said, we covered right with the 3, so if Torch got pulled over, we would have lost. Actually, we would have barely lost left. It would have been close anyway, you know? Would have been like, what, 31 or something? 31 to 26, and then mid would have held, obviously. Yeah, opponent just really whiffed. I think probably like Rocks and Time Theater, they had a bunch of stuff that like wasn't Ghost Spiders and you know, that side of it. The Misery here makes me think maybe there was something else going on in this deck too, but I don't know what exactly. But either way, they just kind of whiffed, and we just kind of also whiffed, but still somehow got there, you know? Hey, Sanctum Infinitum hit Khonshu. Okay, yeah, nice. Dude, I've had this 2 games in a row. Oh my god, it hit the opponent's Swarm. I think they're probably even happier about that. Okay, we gotta be careful with this because we have like Sif and Khonshu both potentially getting hit by Power Man here. I don't think this works, by the way, since it's already been returned to hand. This looks like it could maybe be a bot. I don't know. Face portrait. Chavez is making me suspicious. Swarm Power Man would be pretty sick. I guess once I go Sif, Khonshu will move over to the right, and then Zombie Power Man becomes pretty great. Maybe I just put him left, and that's like a really good spot. Yeah, no, that's great. Gamma Lab? Sure, that's sort of free too, I guess. If it's a robot, they may not play here, or they won't play 2 things at least anyway. Maybe we can get ahead for Zombie Power Man. We don't actually technically have another card to resummon here, but Power Man will hit one, obviously. That's fine. We'll go Power Man right. Yeah, Scorn and Khonshu together actually is pretty good for MODOK as well if this hits. Oh, well, no, we can't do MODOK because Khonshu's already at 12. So never mind, scratch that. I'm just thinking if I actually ever play the Scorn here. Problem is I'll hit Khonshu next turn if I don't keep that buffer, right? So I kind of need to keep that buffer for later. Okay, nice. I should snap, by the way. This is obviously a bot, right? Let's just snap on this. Oh my god, did they snap back? Maybe not a bot? Oh, I'm like suddenly scared. I mean, good god, is MODOK actually still the right play and now you just go for Apocalypse? I guess, yeah, Power Man's hitting Swarms again. Yeah, you could just go for Apoc Swarm, really, right? Or maybe it's hitting Scorn again? Yeah, maybe it's hitting Scorn. Yeah, I think you still go MODOK here. Khonshu's just not that good. Comparative to all the upside that you get from like Morbius and stuff. Maybe you go MODOK mid because Morbius is going to be enormous, like really big, because you got Power Man and MODOK both fueling it. You got some Scorn hits as well. I don't know. I mean, this still feels like a bot though to me. Like a decent play again though. I mean, they're kind of locked in left, which isn't that decent, but I don't know. These bot games, dude, I don't know. I would turn them off if I could. Certainly while I'm streaming. I know I say this a lot, but it's just every time there's a new season, you know? The density of bots is high when I'm still early in my climb. Oh, we weren't winning right, so Power Man did not go off, actually. Ooh, do we just like Colonel America better than Apocalypse, I think, right? Yeah, I think so, right? He's pretty big, I feel like. Do we play the Scorn? It feels like maybe that could go mid to get a bigger lead there. Maybe actually we feel like left is 100% secured. So do we just like 100% secure here? The crazy thing is if we go here and win with Power Man, we get even more upside because we get another Colonel America hit, I guess, right? Opponent has simply retreated though. I think it was a bot still, but you never know, man. I probably wouldn't have played that left filled out, but maybe they just wanted that Sanctum Infinitum, right? So it's not insane that they filled it out early. We may never know. You guys will tell me if you think it's a bot or not. Blade Swarm is good, but Sandbar does hurt a little, yeah. I mean, it can still be nice to get even 1 cost swarms in hand, even if you don't play them, you know. Just good for, you know, Morbius to get some more discards, good for MODOK to give Morbius more discards, etc. You honestly could play 2 of them in Muir Island right now. Yep, gonna do it. Yep, I haven't really done the math, but I mean, like, man, this is, you know, a lot of extra points. 2 points per turn basically on 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like, that's a lot of extra points. That seems hard to beat, actually. Asteroid M is fine. This is gonna hit APOC, of course. We might actually just finish this game on an APOC. This deck doesn't have Dracula in it, right? So you know, APOC is playable, of course, on 6 if you want, but you know, it's also just a body for, you know, discards, you know, like it's, you know, sometimes it'll be the zombie power man hit or whatever, and sometimes it'll be the body for the Morbius, etc., keeping a card in hand for Blade or whatever. Just it chips in, so it existing as a discard target and sometimes as a threat both are uniquely useful. Opponent has just decided to retreat, though, just way too far behind. Crazy tempo here. Yeah, indeed. Colonel America was already going to be pretty solid right. I think we were probably just going to play a MODOK right as well to really lean into that, and then finish with APOC wherever we needed. Hey! Oh! The only problem here is Colonel America is in the wrong freaking spot. Might be okay if we had a Khonshu to pull him back late. Deep Space, though, also a bit awkward. Zombie Power Man. I don't know, dude. This is why I'm just not like, I'm not in love with this card. I've seen more positive takes than I'm having and than experiences I'm having. I feel like he's been a little clunky sometimes. And I even added like a higher density of stuff maybe to utilize him. Like, you know, Wolverine's in here. That's kind of a weird ad. I don't know. I just feel like he's got some moments that are clunky. I think I almost would have liked him better in an Agatha deck where, like an Agatha Hella deck where I'm cooler to just slam him on 2 because I know Agatha's chilling over there. That's my biggest headache is like this. Oh my god, these locations as well. What the heck? Maybe he loses this turn because they're developing a destroy lane, right? Don't destroy it yet, or if you do, make it a carnage. Nice. Okay, we're losing. Perfect. Now I get to put in the Colonel America, and we're off to the races. I take it all back. This was a genius card. He's the best card in the game, and I love him so much. That's the YouTube way. You go for, oh, we might still be losing though. Dang, dude, that's a big old venom. Okay. Moira head pool, also a lot of buffs. Deep Space, we can probably work around Deep Space. Okay, what are we at here? Oh, we actually are gonna be, oh, almost. Dang, dude. Well, Sif is good though. Sif is fine. Swarm is still there for the Power Man. We're just kind of missing turns a little bit, right? Because our first discard is going to be turn 4, which that's not ideal. Oh my god, stop putting stuff here. Is it another freaking Venom? Are you kidding me? God dang that Moira, I can't win. This is the other problem with Zombie Power Man. Is when they go crazy like this, you can't keep up. Crap a doodle on a stick. I can't win. I take it all back again. This card is terrible. A worst card in the game again. I mean, do you just play this into Apocalypse and call it a day, man? Like, it's like it's not even really that good at winning right. But it does demand. Oh my god, they just. Oh my good god, dude. I can't believe this guy, dude. Unbelievable guy here. This guy is the guy of all guys right here, dude. This guy, dude. This guy. Boy, we could almost have a Khonshu Morbius here that's kind of insane, but that Swarm's also in the pool, so it's a 50-50 that's crazy bad. Does the opponent have another Null by any chance? Like, good god, what was in their opening hand? We just don't know. If they have another Null, I just can't win, right? Like, it can't go left, though, to be fair. Like, does this ever beat a Null? Like, it's at 24, so it's really at 21. But they already have -1, so it's really 20. Am I adding 20? Well, this can't win, though. I gotta play 1 Swarm at least left. So what am I at? I'm at no, I'm at 15 and 2. I'm only at 17 no. So Null would still win here. So I guess you don't play around null in that case because there's just no reason to, because you always lose to null. So maybe you just go double swarm left and hope they can't beat that. Second null. Are you kidding me, dude? Dude, I'm dying, dude. I'm dying. Wait, why is that null way smaller? Hold up a second, dude. Wait a second, dude. Why is that null smaller, bro? Why is that null so much smaller, dude? Oh my god, only this one is buffed by, I guess it didn't matter to me because I only ever had one swarm, so it would have been 17 to 18. I'm having the worst day, dude. I just feel like this deck is not very good, and everybody, like, I just don't know, man. I'm just not buying the Power Man hype, dude. I don't know.